Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good evening, sports fans around this big, beautiful blue marble we call Earth in whatever city you may live in. Welcome to episode 119 of the VWU Sports Podcast. I am, of course, your owner and proprietor of the bar here, one of your main hosts, JB. You can call me Jake the St. Jacob, whatever you may call me. It doesn't matter. Doesn't care. I'm being joined, as always, by my co-host, Brandon C. and C. Carter. And I'm being joined by one of our regulars, our boy who stirs the drink, Mr. Jose. Our other regular, well, he's somewhere we don't give a care. But, yeah.
I said to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, he's somewhere in the shadow realm, but who cares? But anyways, gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about here tonight. But first things first, we're going to head off to the Diamond to kick things off because last Thursday was opening day for the 2024 MLB season, the 155th season of Major League Baseball.
Well, I just want to be the first one to tell you all that But what a great opening weekend we saw. The Milwaukee Brewers in their opening series swept the New York Mets out the door at Citi Field. In fact, matter of fact, even as I speak, they're still leading the Twins 3-1 in their first game, in their first home game of this regular season. So that's saying something. Also, we got to talk about history because last night there was a no-no.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, history was made at Minute Maid Park. Safe to say, Houston, even though they didn't hit the ground running when they got swept by the New York Yankees on opening weekend, it didn't get rid of their momentum because, and unlike the Astros dropped the first no-no of 2024 for the Astros in their first win of the season, to say the least.
Yeah, Noel Blanco was the guy.
Yeah, Noel Blanco threw the first no-no of the season. Congratulations to him against the Blue Jays in the first game of the series against the Blue Jays. Congratulations to him and a 10-win shutout at Minute Maid Park.
You gotta give Houston credit. This was their first win of the season. Yeah, that automatically tells me that they're all set and ready to go. What they had against the Yankees, I guess you would consider that a hiccup.
It was basically just jitters. New season, you got the new boys coming in from the farm system. You got the jitters coming in from being in the off season, and spring training and all that. It happens, It happens. It's the first series of the new season. You're gonna have the jitters. You're gonna have the butterflies. And after that swept, it basically was a wake up call. It's like, all right, time to get serious. And basically they're locked and loaded.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And speaking of that,
definitely we'll keep an eye on that.
The sweep by the Yankees. Yankees haven't had a 4-0 start since 2003.
And we all remember what happened in 2003. They went all the way to the World Series. Yeah. Yeah, since 1992, since I was born. And the last time they were undefeated like this, like you said, in 2003, they made it to the World Series, but they faced off against a swordfish known as the Miami Marlins, who shocked the world and won their second only World Series title when they were in a rebuild year.
Well, I'm pretty sure that, by the way, another team that's 5-0, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Who
here thought that the Pittsburgh Pirates, a team that loved to be at a bar like this with a jug of grog and a couple of cups, just drinking away, starting out the season 5-0.
I'll be the first one
They
to say I
haven't
did
done
all,
that.
this since
hard to get the rump.
1983, which is shocking enough.
Well, let me just bring this up. Let me just
crazy.
bring this up. Hold on, Jose. Let me just bring this up. I'm pretty
Alright.
sure they pretty much got enough for being in Davy Jones' locker, so they better gotta do something.
Well,
Um,
fair enough. And and something tells me
Oh,
Bree is trying so hard not to sniff the paint that is hopium, because he has seen this happen before too many times to count that he does not want to get back into there.
And you know something, guys. Likewise, as we seen some teams start 5-0 and 4-0, we also have to flip the script and look at teams that started in the opposite direction. We already spoke about the Mets, so there's no need for us to keep talking about them. But the White Sox are 0-4 at this point.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, we kind of figured it. Don't forget about the Flounder and Marlins as well.
Yeah, they're 0-5. Now also, got to bring this up about the. I saw an article at ESPN earlier today. We got to talk about the Oakland E's. Excuse me, the Oakland A's, because man, they're 1-4, but 13 errors so far this season.
Oh,
Especially
that. Believe it or not, the fans have found a new way to protest to protest this, but unfortunately, it will fall on deaf ears. So basically, in their season opener at the Coliseum, all the fans decided to boycott by simply not going into the stadium. They decided to watch the game from the parking lot.
And
And
I think basically what they did,
and I actually said this, and you agreed that it was noble, but unfortunately, it's going to fall on deaf ears.
Yeah, let me go ahead and bring this up while in the neighborhood, because basically I think what they did basically had like a projector screen, big projector screen.
Projector screens you always see at like one of those big backyard parties to watch like shit, like movies and shit.
yeah.
And I think that's exactly what they did. Now, like I said, and I applaud the effort. At least they're getting the message out there. Unfortunately, it is falling on deaf ears, because it looks like as if John Fisher's dead set on moving this team to Las Vegas. Now, the funny part about it is that there's a meeting going on right now, even as we speak. There is a meeting in Oakland between the Oakland A's and Alameda County, the ones that own the Oakland Coliseum, because this is the last year of that contract of the A's playing in Oakland, because they got to play somewhere else. When the season's over, they got to play somewhere else until the stadium in Las Vegas is built.
Yeah, which is going to be in 2028.
So, and I was watching this video on YouTube, and this guy was discussing the deal in which basically the city of Oakland and Alameda County presented to the A's. They say, you want to be here in Oakland? Okay, sure. You want to play here until your stadium is built? Okay, then be like a 3 to 5. It will be like a 3 to 5 year lease. Pay us $97 million up front. $97 million up front, and you can play at the stadium. But when you move to Las Vegas, the team name, the team colors, the team I'm going to go as far as saying the team history, but the team name and the team colors stay in Oakland.
So basically, Alameda County is telling Fisher Boy, hey, you want to move to Vegas? Fine, but you can't keep in the athletics. You can have your stadium in Vegas, but you ain't keeping the A's. And by the way, we're going to use that $97 million to actually get a new stadium to spite your ass.
Yeah, and I think also, and this is where MLB has to step in at this point, because I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to force MLB's hand and saying, okay, then this is not looking good for us. This is not looking good for anybody.
You know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? You know what I find the irony in all this? Hey, Art Modell. I bet you had a lot. I bet it was real funny to move the Browns to Baltimore now.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you saw the 30 for 30 episode Believe Land, and you saw how Art Modell basically just moved moved the team to Baltimore, but the Browns' history and colors stay in Cleveland.
But
Baltimore
then,
was just basically an expansion team
yeah,
once they moved.
yeah, it became the Ravens.
So I could see probably MLB probably doing a version of this because let's face it, this story is not looking good to them at all.
Yeah,
Basically shows
they,
that
The A's
this
are
is
like what,
basically
one of the
their
oldest teams in baseball in the MLB history.
yeah,
yeah.
because
This is basically their version of the Cleveland Browns, and
mhm,
Bingo.
now there are Modell.
and I think also another thing to consider, the A's are thank you. The A's are the oldest one of the oldest franchises
They actually
because they started in Philadelphia
the
and then
1800s.
moved to Kansas City and here they are in Oakland.
Yeah, they were known as the Boston Athletics, then they became Kansas City Athletics, and now and they were no, and they were known as the Oakland Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
So the history is that. So the
Interesting
history
lesson.
here's the
Interesting history lesson.
I think also another thing like I said, and
yeah, here we go.
whether or not if Rob Manford is listening, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, they started. Yeah, if I actually look at their full history, because honestly, their history is rich in history. Honestly, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they started. Yeah, no, they didn't start in Boston. They started in Philadelphia in 1901.
Yeah, that's why that's how come I said start off in Philly, move to Kansas City, and then move to Oakland.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, 1901. Over a century of history with Oakland. So with this franchise.
And and like I said, I brought this up before, and I'll bring it up again. Basically MLB is basically having a black eye at this point, and they just gotta say, look, we gotta come up with a deal.
Their black eyes. You know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they pretty much saying it says, look, we gotta come up with a deal here. This thing is gonna blow up in our face if we let this continue. A's need to have a home and they need to have a stadium plan in place. Because after this season, they gotta go somewhere now.
If Oakland does not have a team, they're going to be screwed. Okay, right now,
Not really.
they are already facing a damned if you don't kind of situation.
Don't they have like a prospect system in a way? That's a bit too risky, isn't it?
Yeah, probably so. And I think also another thing to consider because they also probably might have a deal in the works also with Sacramento.
Yeah, no.
Now here's the thing about Sacramento. Sacramento's minor league team is owned by the Giants.
Yeah, I don't see that working.
No, I don't see
The
that. I
Giants
don't
are
see
eyeing
that
you,
happening.
Oakland.
Yeah, you remember when I went on that tangent about when the commissioner said about the fans could be Giants fans?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
Well, this is Rob Manford we're talking about here. So, but here's the
Almost
thing, and
sacrilegious.
yeah, and we'll get to scores in just a minute because there's a lot of them. But I just want to point this out that what we're seeing here. First of all, I think the A's need Oakland more than Oakland need the A's, basically,
Yeah.
because
So basically, Fisher. I'm just gonna call you about that because I don't know. I don't want to know your first name, and I don't give a fuck about your first name. If
John.
you have any brain cells in that probably drugged up filled head of yours, you would do the smart thing and actually agree on those terms set by Alameda County, and take the lease, because honestly, getting a chance to have an expansion team would actually benefit you in the long run, because being known as the 31st a brand new team in Major League Baseball would actually be be a benefit for both you and Major League Baseball, because Major League Baseball has been teasing on possibly expanding past 30 teams, and you being known as a brand new franchise and having a new spot in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I think that is a very good point, because MLB has already said we're going to expand once we get the home stadium situations of Oakland and Tampa taken care of. Tampa is
And
getting a new stadium, so
Tampa's on the works of getting a brand new stadium. Working on to get rid of the coffin known as Tropicana Field, and the wheels are starting to turn on there. So,
Where are you?
come
yeah.
on, oh,
Yeah, and another thing to consider, he better convince the folks in Las Vegas to welcome him in with open arms.
But that's a lie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's enough about
Let's move on,
dwelling
right?
on
What were y'all
pitching.
talking about? Like saying like, "Hey, hello." What were you talking about?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to the scores, gentlemen.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, this
Gotcha.
game is still underway, gentlemen. We're in the bottom of the seventh. The Brewers are leading the Twins 3-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
to come
Brewers are
back.
back as we speak, but we also got some other games coming up as well. Coming up in just about under 20 minutes. Up in Baltimore at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, I should say. My bad. The Orioles will be playing close to the Royals. To the Kansas City Royals. Royals not getting off to a good start, 1-3 at the start the season. Baltimore, on the other hand, good start on the year, 3-1 to start the season. Good start for the Orioles, I have to say, picking up where they left off. And it's gonna be a good matchup to say the least. Cole Irvin on the mount to get the assignment for Baltimore, while Alec Marvish will be getting the assignment for the Royals here tonight.
Absolutely. 5 minutes later, we got over at Lone Depot Park, we got the Angels and the Marlins. They're gonna do battle. Marlins 0-5. They gotta get out that snide somehow.
Yeah, the Anaheim, I will die on that hill. Well, is starting off on the even platform, 2-2 on the year. 2-2 on the year. That's good. I'll call that a good way to start off the year. Not too fancy.
Despite the fact that Art Moreno started being a complete douche.
Yeah.
Being a douche since he owned the fucking team.
Now, also, hold on, gentlemen. Also, and you can catch TBS is having a doubleheader tonight. The first game of that doubleheader, we got the Reds and the Phillies at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah.
That's Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies not having a good start.
Oh yeah, this is
Great,
gonna be good.
But it could be a good bounce back if they can take down the Reds at home at Citizens Bank Park. At Citizens Bank Park. On the mound for the Phillies is going to be Spencer Trumbull getting the assignment for tonight. But for
Turnbull.
yeah,
Turnbull.
Yeah, going to be Graham Ashcraft taking the assignment tonight for the Reds.
Yeah.
We also got coming up over at the empty tomb of a stadium known as Tropicana Field. We got the Rangers and the Rays.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing: even though they called it
So far,
had a rough start, but it could be salvageable. 2-3 on the year to start it off, but could be salvageable if they could knock down the reigning champion Rangers, who had a good start, 3-1 on the year. But it's going to be tough because for Tampa Bay,
absolutely.
they got
So I do want to say this. Sorry about this. Sorry about that, Jacob. But I do want to say this real quick, right? I'm pretty sure everyone saw their championship banner revealing, correct?
Yep.
Everyone has. My only gripe is that it would have been much more better if it was a pennant.
That's true. Go keep tradition, but hey, to each their own. But yeah, but it's not going to be an easy task for Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay is assigning Zach Eflin on the mound tonight. Unfortunately, Zach Eflin's going to have a rough night because last time he was on the mound, because right now he's got a 9.53 ERA. Heading into tonight.
Oh my God! Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck tonight. But for Texas, for the Rangers, they're sending out Andrew Heaney on the mound tonight for the Rangers in blue.
Good.
Also, we got coming up tonight over at Citi Field. We got the Tigers and the Mets.
The Tigers.
And here's the funny thing about the Mets. Look over here onto the side. Look at this video here. Look what that says.
Is that what I
0
think?
4 for the first time since 2005. I was born in that year.
Yeah, that was when they were back at old Shea Stadium.
Mm.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Yeah.
who would have
So,
thought that
Brandon.
the Tigers would be hold on, Jose. Who would have thought that the Tigers would be
Sorry.
4-0 at this point?
Yeah, what a way to start! What
I
a
mean,
way
to
to
be
hit the
honest,
ground
someone has
running.
to win. Someone has to win in their division.
That is
Well,
true.
it shows that the Tigers have been waiting, have been rebuilding slowly and patiently to get to hit the ground running like so to go 4-0 to start.
Well, Jacob, they had to do something at this point. I mean, we're familiar with the saying, "Shit or get off the pot." This is it.
Good point.
Yeah.
But good point. Going to be up at 6:10 over at City Field. You can check that on Bally Sports Detroit if you got that, or on
Yep. Now, I do want to say one more thing before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say one more thing before we move on real quick. Brandon, if they lose to the Tigers, I will shit on you. Like, completely. I'm going to freaking rip you apart.
I'd say it's best that you don't, because
you know he will. You know he will. Because it's Jose. And
He is right. Jacob is right about that.
Anyway.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
It's not. Well, let's just move on. We got coming up later on.
Yeah.
We got the Braves and the White Sox at the worst name of a stadium I've ever seen. Guaranteed rate field.
I mean, to be honest with you, they don't give you guaranteed rates, so that's a lie, anyways.
That's true.
That's gonna be South Side. Chicago, much like many other teams, starting off hit the ground with their face.
You know something? I just want to point this out. I wish we had a sound bite from the Maury report, and Rich Maury says the results have determined that was a lie, but that's beside the point. Now, also going on in Chicago.
Okay, Carter, you give me a good idea. I'll do that for the next episode.
Yeah, but
also on the other side of Chicago, we got the team nobody cares about against the Cubs.
Well, against a team that might make some noise in the Cubbies, who started off same way as the Angels, 2-2 on the year. But that's a good way to start. You start off nice and smooth, and you can work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
It's something to work with. But let's see what happens over at the Friendly Confines. You can check that out on Market on the Mark channel. I don't know the full name, but
Marquette. Marquee
on the Marquee channel. Also coming up at 7:00, the Astros starting to get a bounce back after pulling off the no last night. It's game 2 of their series against the Blue Jays at Minute Maid Park.
Jose
I do want to say this real quick.
And Framber Valdez are going to be the starting pitchers on that game.
Yeah,
let's give Jose the floor real quick.
Right?
Go ahead.
We know how like most arenas or stadiums have nicknames like Prudential Center, The Rock, the Devil's Den. You got the Pizza Box for Little Caesars. Why can't we call this the Juice Box?
Minute Maid
To be fair, we got 2 different spots that have juice names. Tropicana and Minute Maid.
Oh my God!
But to be fair,
I mean, Tropicana doesn't count. It's already moldy.
So it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to agree with you on that. And besides, it has a retractable roof.
Yeah. Now, also we got coming up this
actually
evening.
really good.
Hold on, gentlemen. We also got coming up this evening. We got the Red Sox and the A's. They're going to do battle at Hefty Stadium.
Next.
hefty. But that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a rough one. But I feel even worse for Oakland, because they're gonna put Alex Wood on the mound, and good God, Wood.
Right, he ain't getting any wood anytime soon.
No, Alex Placid, 16.2 ERA. Good God, man.
Yeah, he ain't getting any wood anytime soon. My God.
Also coming up.
He needs a Viagra.
I don't think Viagra would help, man.
Anyways, coming up at 9.
I think you're right, Jacob.
That might pique your interest. Over in Seattle at T-Mobile Park, the Mariners and the Guardians are duking out, both 3-2 on the year.
Peak.
You hold on, Jimmy. You want a game that would pique your interest? Look over at Chase Field.
Yeah, the Yankees playing against the reigning National League champion Diamondbacks.
2001. for 2001. In 2001, you got Nestor Cortez taking the assignment for the Yankees. He's looking to take a chip away that 7.2 ERA from his last time out, and you got Zach Gallen on the assignment for the Diamondbacks. He already got 1-0 on the year, but his ERA is very impressive. 1.8 ERA. That's a good start for
Yep, and at Petco Park at 9:40, that is EST. All right, give me a break here, people. The
That's
St.
good.
Louis Cardinals, who are going to be starting Miles Mikolas,
Yep.
whatever the fuck is
Miles Mikolas.
yeah, Miles Mikolas. Is going to take on Yu Darvish, who's starting for the San Diego Padres. Now,
or as a certain rapper would say, "Yoo!"
Yeah. Also, we got to close out the evening. We're going back to Cali. We got Cali ball.
Yeah, to round out tonight's festivities, it's the Giants and the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Webb on the assignment for the Giants, and Ryan Brazier on the assignment for the Dodgers. Giants did not get a good start on the year, 2-3 to start off the season, but the Dodgers, different story, 5-2 to start off the year. But it's going to be an interesting battle on the mound because both Webb and Brazier have a 3-flat ERA to start off the season. So it's going to be very interesting on the mound for tonight.
Absolutely.
I sense a pitching duel between the Dodgers and the Giants. That is definitely going to be peak performance, and don't expect that from the Athletics either.
Also, let me just point this out. You talk about old-fashioned rivalry, old-fashioned hate. Giants and Dodgers. We probably might see some more of it tonight.
Lest we forget, they both started in New York when the Giants were known as the New York Giants, and the Dodgers was known as the Brooklyn Dodgers. So they have over a century of hate. So these two.
Oh boy.
Well, let's just say the Knives have a Dolan from the time of the Cali Sun.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Let's go ahead and move on, gentlemen, as we head out to the court, because first and foremost, we got to say adios to one.
I forgot to bring this up on the MLB portion.
Yeah.
You guys remember the guy who owned the Red Sox?
Oh, I know. Talking about the one who, a former executive of the, I think it was a former executive of the Red Sox.
Fenway Sports Group?
No, yeah.
John
CEO.
W. Henry. John W. Henry is his name.
Yeah, Larry Lucchino.
Yeah, he passed away recently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was.
He was 78.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to let's head over to the courts. Got some big news to talk about. First and foremost, Rajon Rondo, two-time NBA champion, after 16 crazy ass seasons, including some memorable moments in of itself, has decided to hang up the sneakers and call it a career. Honestly, though, it is a well-deserved career in of itself. When you got a chance to win two rings, you've done good enough.
Yeah, I just want to point this out. I'm pretty sure he wished it was under better circumstances, considering that he is scheduled to stand trial later on this month over in Jackson County, Indiana, for unlawful possession of a firearm. And
that's his fault.
Okay. For that one, I feel like that was just. It could have been an accident because sometimes you forget things. Like I've always heard this: if our heads weren't stitched on, we would have lost that easily.
That's true.
So honestly, that feels like that's an accident because you lose everything every once in a while. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now there's a report.
Nonetheless, aside from the jury thing, the trial for the lost firearm, we here at the bar congratulate Rajon Rondo on an awesome career. We wish him well in retirement, and we thank him so much for his 16 years of awesome service on the courts, and congratulations on his two NBA.
I'm willing to bet you guys that Boston's going to be the one putting his number up.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's done great. He's done great support for the Green Leafs over in B.
So more than likely, I think we could see his number being retired by the Celtics. More likely. Now, also, you guys are not going to believe this, but there are reports that Joe Embiid could return to the court tonight.
Yeah,
against
rumor mill
OKC.
has been running wild and crazy that Joel Embiid, his recovery has been going far beyond expectations from doctors, and they have been saying that Joel Embiid might be able to get back on the courts tonight against the Thunder in this pivotal matchup for the 76ers.
Yeah, absolutely. Because right now,
and
the
it's also pivotal for the Thunder as well because they need to stay on the top of the course.
Yeah, let me just point this out that the 76ers, they're 40-35, and they're sitting in 8th place in the Eastern Conference with 7 games left to go. And I tell you what, Joel Embiid probably might not return at a better time because they got the Thunder tonight, they got Miami on Thursday, and they got the Grizzlies on Saturday. Not that many people would care to see the Grizzlies on Saturday, but
100%. What a way to come back strong. But like we said, we are in the final push of the NBA season. We got 7 games to go, which means heads are gonna roll and play and teams are gonna show.
Which reminds me, hold on, Jacob. Which reminds me, okay, Jose, time to bring out your sword because we got Team Barney coming on in, and we got a team that hit a sour note.
All right.
All right, Toronto and Utah, put your heads ready here real quick. Let me just get the sword. Oh, here we go.
Thank you.
Perfect.
And,
Wait, hold on. Hold on. The Raptors didn't go through. Hold on a minute.
Damn, Max.
There we go.
Damn.
Now, also, get ready to save one for next week because I think Brooklyn is next.
That would not surprise me.
Yes, I'll be happy to do this one.
Brooklyn, we're watching you. We are watching you.
Now, let me point this out before we go into the games because most of these teams at this point they're just trying to just say we just want to end the season, just end it. The Raptors, they've lost 13 in a row. The Jazz lost 9 in a row. The Trailblazers lost 10 in a row. Some of those teams I just mentioned, they're just glad this season's coming to an end.
Look at the playoffs so far. We only got 4 teams who have punched their ticket to the playoffs, and 3 of them are in the Western Conference. Meanwhile, the East is literally a crapshoot because Boston is still the only team who has punched their ticket and is getting home court advantage.
Let's point this out. Hold on, gentlemen. Let's point this out that the 3 teams that did clinch a playoff berth, all of them are in the Midwest Division. In the Northwest Division.
Yeah, and not one of them is not clinched the division because of how tight it is in the Northwest Division.
Mm-hmm. So you can see how, and you can see. Let me point this out. Let me also point this out. You can see how come Utah and Portland are just struggling like hell this season.
Yeah, when you got the Timberwolves and the Thunder just going out there guns blazing, you're kind of like, no, I don't want to be here.
Don't forget the Nuggets, though.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you the first time, Jacob.
Okay, fair enough.
As a matter of fact, in the Western Conference, Oklahoma City 52-22, Denver 52-23, Minnesota 51-23. So that's a tight bunch to be in. And let's not forget about the Clippers and the Mavericks and the Pelicans either.
Yeah. The Southwest is just basically a 2-horse race between Dallas and New Orleans by half a game between the Mavs and Pelicans. And if you look at the Pacific Division, sure they got some room, but it's still a fight because the Clippers got some breathing room, but the Suns, the Kings, and the Lakers and the Warriors can still put up a fight.
Yeah, but if I'm Golden State, I better be concerned because Houston is right there.
Yeah, Houston is just on the outside going in. They can get a hot streak going on into the final games of the year. They can sneak in.
Yeah, that's it. They had a hot streak. They had like a 10, 11 game winning streak before it ended a couple of nights ago. So they're right there in the thick of it. And likewise, if you look in the East, basically it's just we pretty much got our playoff teams at this point. Now we just gotta get the play-in situation taken care of. Because let's face it, I don't see Brooklyn catching Atlanta anytime soon. Just want to bring that up. But overall, as we head down the stretch here on the court, April came at the right time. There's some big games tonight.
And as we now we're in the nitty and the gritty, and this ain't gonna be pretty because now every game matters.
Yeah.
And
right.
to get things off first with the 7 o'clock games coming up in just under half an hour. Starting off at DC at the Capital One Center. The Wizards are playing host to the Bucks. The Wizards would love nothing more to play spoiler for the Bucks in their push to get a good seed to get a good seed.
Hold on. I was about to say, hold on, Jacob. Speaking of the Wizards, remember that talk about building a brand new arena in Virginia? That deal is dead.
Yeah, that deal is dead.
Yeah, that deal is dead. Fact, what they're going to do? They're going to renovate Capital One Arena.
I kind of figured, honestly, because Capital One Arena is dead set in the middle of downtown DC, and it's it's in a hot spot, so it kind of makes sense.
Also, we got coming up at the top of the hour, we're going to the Cave. We got the Lakers and the Raptors.
Dead of not going to the playoffs. They would love to play spoiler to the purple and gold and keep them from possibly having a chance to getting into the playoffs for the Western Conference.
Absolutely. Coming up also, we got 2 games at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. 2 games for you to keep your eye on. Number 1, we got the Knicks and the Heat.
That's going to be at Miami Arena. You can catch that on Bally Sports SU. I think that's I don't know the full name for it, but you can also check it out on MSG channel if you have that in the Northeast.
Now you can hold on. I was about to say, now you can catch this game on TNT. We got the Thunder and the 76ers at Wells Fargo.
What could be Joel Embiid's grand return from his meniscus injury? It's not only going to be on TNT, but if you don't have TNT, you can check it out on NBC Sports. What could be Joel Embiid's big return from his meniscus injury tonight? This is a pivotal matchup for both the Thunder and the Sixers because both teams need this win to stay alive.
Oh, I tell you another game to watch out for. We got the Rockets and the Timberwolves at the Target Center.
At the Target Center, at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock tonight, the Timberwolves and the Rockets. Both teams need this win tonight to stay afloat in their fight for the right to go to the playoffs.
Absolutely. We continue on. We got the Spurs. We got the Spurs and the Nuggets at the Ball Arena.
And even though San Antonio they're shooting blanks and they're not going to the playoffs, they would love to play spoiler to the NBA, to the current reigning and defending undisputed NBA champion Nuggets as they're trying to push their way into the playoffs and with how close they are in the Northwest Division.
Speaking of the Nuggets, they've already clinched one.
Yeah, they're going to the playoffs,
but they would love to clinch the division.
Yeah, the Nuggets already clinched one.
Division will be a huge morale booster for San Antonio.
Yeah. Well, also we got coming up over the Delta Center. We got the Cavaliers and the Jazz.
Now, this is must win for Cleveland. They need a win here tonight against the Jazz. They're just nipping at the heels of Milwaukee in the Central Division. But
they gotta be careful because the Knicks is right behind them.
Indeed, and the Knicks need a win here tonight to stay to basically secure themselves possibly a playoff berth and maybe even a good spot in the Eastern Conference.
Absolutely. We also got over at the Golden One Center later on this evening. We got the Clippers and the Kings.
Basically, our main event slots, you basically got good choices on both sides of the ball. You can either check out the Clippers and the Kings at the Golden One Center in Sacramento on NBC Sports or Bally Sports Sacramento, or you could go on to TNT and watch the Mavericks and the Warriors duke it out at the Chase Center.
Now, this game between the Mavericks and the Warriors, this game is a makeup from January the 19th. I think this is the game that got postponed when the assistant coach passed away.
You know what the irony is? This is what we call a good makeup game because look at concerning fact of the records between Dallas and Golden State. Because what we got here is because these 2 games in the main event slots are 2 heavyweight fights. Concerning of all 4 of these teams wanting to get to the playoffs.
Absolutely, and we already spoke about the standings earlier. I just want to point this out as we head down the stretch here. We're going to see the 6 teams that are going to the playoffs, as well as the 4 teams that has to be in that playoff tournament to figure out the last 2 playoff spots.
Yep.
And I tell you what, it is a tough battle from top to bottom. Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
we
unless
might
you're in
be
the East and
first
you don't
time
have
on
and you have to deal with Boston. So an upset could happen. We saw it
safe to-
last year when Miami went on a Cinderella run and got to the NBA Finals. So
only to get snubbed out, but only to get snubbed out at the last second in the finals by at midnight.
yeah, it looks like it's going to strike 12 on somebody.
Yeah,
And,
somebody's slipper's going to crack. But safe to say, this NBA playoffs is going to be, for the first time in years, is going to be an NBA playoffs that everybody in this country, and of course in this country, is going to be having their TV set up to watch. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
all right, then let's go ahead and shift focus and get ready to hit the ice.
Yes.
Oh, and gentlemen, we got to get set up because, of course, as we stated, as the NBA is about to round off their season as well, the NHL is just about to wrap up theirs too, because
Absolutely. Hold on, Jacob, because we gotta take a quick trip to Elimination Station. Arizona, thank you for being here with us. But it's time for you to make out like Wile E. Coyote and fall off a cliff.
Well,
Well, I don't
that's
think you need an
expected.
this one. I think I see an anvil.
Yeah, an envy with Acme's name on it.
Bonk! There we
Yeah,
go.
an adverb with Acme's name on it. But yeah, the Coyotes are eliminated, and we also can go ahead and announce the teams that have clinched a playoff berth in the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
We now see we see it now. It's the Bruins, Panthers, the Rangers, Hurricanes, the Stars, the Avalanche, and shockingly, the Vancouver Canucks.
If you would have
After-
told
Oh,
me,
look at that.
Of Hellfire and Brimstone, we can now officially say that seven teams have punched their ticket to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Wow.
7 down, 9 more to go.
And we
Yep.
got 9 more openings at the table, and
Now-
and safe to say these 9 slots are starting to gather dust because those teams are still showing blood on their teeth.
Let me just point this out because what a season Vancouver is having.
You know what I'm seeing from Vancouver? I'm seeing 2011 Vancouver. I'm seeing that Vancouver. And you know what I mean?
Are you talking about the Canucks that went to the Stanley Cup final?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Vancouver Canucks who went on a tear, went all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals, only to get screwed by, ironically, Boston in Game 7 at home that caused a riot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but also, and this is the last month of the season, and there's like between 8 and about, let's say 8 games left to go. 8 or 9, depending on which team you are.
7 to 8, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes, 8 depending on who you ask. 7, 8 to 9, 7 to 9 depending on who you ask.
Yeah, and I think also to consider this race is about to heat up now, because if you look in the Atlantic Division, Boston and Florida basically trading spots at this point. Boston has the most. Well, I can't say.
Go ahead.
I was about to say Boston has the most points in that division, but Florida has the most wins. And likewise in the Metropolitan, New York at 50 wins already. The Rangers at 50 wins already.
Yeah, but the points is a different story because Carolina is basically one game is basically 3 points right behind them.
Absolutely. So that is really something to look at. And these teams, not only do you see a battle for probably the top 3 spots in each division, but the wild cards are looking really interesting. Tampa Bay has one of the wild card spots, but Detroit is right there. Detroit is like 7 points out.
Asses. Okay, because even though they're tied up with the points, Detroit has the most win by 1 with 37 over the Capitals.
Yeah, absolutely. I forgot about the Capitals. Basically, we're seeing the battle for the last wild card spot between the Capitals, the Red Wings, and then you got the Islanders, the Penguins, the Devils. And you got the Sabres, and you got the Senators.
Speaking of the Devils, they're going to be playing at the Rock against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oof.
Oh,
Yep.
My
And
son
to
tells
those
me,
that have made it to the playoffs, here's your victory sound. Let's get
Hey!
the hell out of my
Right.
sights.
All right. Wait. Okay. But hold on. I gotta do my thing. It's in my contract. Welcome to the Rock. Hey, I gotta pay my respects. I gotta pay my
Yeah,
respects.
it's true. That is true. Now,
That is
also,
true.
we do got we as we head down the stretch here. And by the way, this is important for you to get ESPN Plus because you can see all these games which we're about to mention.
Oh,
Because
like I always say, I've always been an advocate for ESPN Plus. If you got ESPN Plus and a good subscription service, like say Sling or DirecTV or Cox, it is worth the $10, the $10 to $11 to get ESPN Plus because not only will you be able to watch all the games, but you can be able to watch your local favorite teams without the worry about no matter where you are, whether it's on your computer, your laptop, your tablet, wherever. And best of all, you get a great
Free
expansive
streaming.
of 30 for 30 documentaries and everything in between.
yeah, let me also bring this up, Jacob, because I have the Hulu bundle. This is how I stream. I have the Hulu bundle because I got Hulu and Live TV, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. And basically, I could just sit back and just watch whatever hockey game that I wanted to see. And the best part about it, you could choose whichever hockey game you want to view from, whether it's from the home side or the visit team side. That's the way how ESPN Plus works.
And another cool thing you can do, if there's multiple games on and you like what's going on both sides, they got this thing called multicast. If you got it on like your on console, where you can actually have it set up, you can have both games on, and you can actually have one thing on or another. It's like the old picture-in-picture thing you can have on those old school big ass TVs they have.
Absolutely. So and since let's face it, everyone is cutting the cord at this point. So I think it's very worthy to invest in, whether it's Hulu or Sling, or YouTube TV, whichever you choose.
It's worth the price of admission.
It's worth the investment. Now we do have as Brandon brought up, we do have some big games tonight.
That we do, and like Brandon said, coming up for puck drop, like he said, about 10 minutes at the Rock. The Devils and the Penguins will be duking it out on ESPN Plus. If you have ESPN Plus, if you're local, you can watch it on Madison Square Garden South or Sportsnet Primetime. That's up to you. That's your call. We don't mind. But also, let's talk puck drop at Le Centre Bell de la Canadiens de Montreal. We'll be playing host to the Panthers of Florida.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game because Florida's trying to keep up with Boston. So
that's
definitely
true.
That's gonna be now. Let me also bring this up. Going on at the same time, we got the Sabres fighting for their playoff lives as they play against the Capitals over at the KeyBank Arena, or the KeyBank Center.
Yeah, the KeyBank Center. Yeah, like you said, the Sabres are fighting for their lives, and they would love nothing more than to give the Capitals a loss and basically take them out of wild card contention in the East. And then now coming up at 7:30, we got 7:30 game, but it might be a good one over at the UBS Arena in Belmont Park. The Islanders of New York will be playing host to the Chicago Blackhawks.
Islanders trying to stay in that hunt. They need a win, but they better not take the Blackhawks for granted.
Blackhawks, spoiler here.
Yes,
because I was about to say Blackhawks, they're not going to the playoffs. In fact, they're sitting dead last in the Central, but the Islanders better not take them lightly.
No, not take this game lightly. With how close to the season.
Yep, and at 8 p.m. over at Bridgestone, the Tire Center.
Indeed,
yep, that's true.
This is a heavyweight matchup with Eastern playoff implications. Basically,
we got two heavy hitters.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, the Preds and the Bruins over at Smashville
at 8 p.m. at the Tire Center, Bridgestone Arena.
Yeah, let me bring this up a little bit because I gotta commend Barry Trotz. He's doing a wonderful job with these Predators. Remember, he was their first head coach. Now
Yeah,
he's the general manager. He's running the show, and
he
he's doing a good
Yeah.
job with these Predators.
You know what I call that? I call it a
Absolutely.
full circle moment, honestly, because Barry Trotz
Oh,
was
yeah.
their first head coach when they debuted back in 5.
Yeah, I think it was 95 or 96. I'm not too sure, but
Yeah, 90
I'll check that out later.
yeah.
5 or 96, and now he's back as the general manager, and he has now got them back into a chance to get into the playoffs. That's what I call a full circle moment.
Yeah, also let me bring this up because Barry Trotz, he did win the Stanley Cup with the Capitals. And then he made the New York Islanders relevant.
So basically, a lot of people who's been giving Barry Trotz flack needs to go put that flack and shove it down their throats.
Oh yeah.
Because
And speaking
Trotz
of
knows
the
what-
Preds, they'll be
he's
taking
doing.
on Boston.
But because Trotz knows what he's doing, he's more of a what's the word we're looking for? He's a long timer. He likes to he's a slow cooker.
Now, now likewise, Boston, they gotta find some way to make sure they can stay ahead of Florida.
Yeah, because Florida is nipping at their heels.
You don't
At the same
sleep
time,
on
they're
it.
gonna win a
That's all I'm
President's
saying.
Trophy.
Yeah.
We know how that ends.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Boston learned that lesson last year when Florida beat them out of the playoffs.
When they took a chunk out of their pinwheel in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I don't think they learned their lesson yet.
I don't think so either. But,
So for the
we got
Preds, good
coming
luck
up-
hearing this sound over and over again.
We got coming up later on this evening. We got the Senators and the Wild.
that's gonna be up at St. Paul at the XL Center.
Yep. Senators. That like I said, I guess you could say they got a snowball's chance in hell. But of making the playoffs. But the Wild, they're still in the thick of it.
We've seen hell have snowball fights, so it can't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's one point
Sounds
that out.
good for
That's
the
gonna
Wild.
be. Yeah,
Well,
that's gonna be an interesting game to see.
They're coming up at 9:00. Basically, it's a draft fight because it's basically what it is. Maybe, I don't know. Between the Ducks and the Flames of Calgary.
Man, I'm not gonna call it the
Yeah.
tank bowl because Calgary still has some playoff life. Somewhat.
Yeah, but they're on life
Yeah.
support.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Now
but
you
they
want to
wanna-
fight. You want to hold on, Jacob.
Yep.
You want to fight. Head out to Las Vegas later on tonight.
Yeah, the team.
It's fight country.
Oh, now this is a fight.
We got a main
This is
event.
a meaning for a bare knuckle brawl.
It could be Western Conference Final preview coming up in the main event slot at 10:00 at the Fortress as the Golden Knights, the Rainy Chance take on the Canucks of Vancouver. That's going to be a heavyweight.
Now I want to bring
I'm
this up a
excited
little
for
bit.
this one.
Hold on.
I'm legitimately excited for
Oh,
this one.
guys.
Let me bring this up a little bit because Vegas right now they're sitting in third place in the Pacific, but they got to worry about the Kings that's charging up behind them
They're tied
because they're beginning to see and they're beginning to realize it's not that easy trying to repeat. Winning is one thing.
Yeah, there's a thing
Keeping
called.
it is another.
Sometimes it comes when you least expect it.
And man, I'm pretty sure you don't want to get to the point of us saying easy come, easy go.
Yeah,
But I just want to point this out.
It's a fun way to see the playoffs.
you know,
it's on.
I'm about to say, hold on, because you look at how close this race is right now in the NHL. We spoke about the NBA and their race to the playoffs. The NHL is basically doing the same thing here because it is so tight. Not only are the top spots in the division so tight, but the wild cards are just basically a dogfight at this point.
It is.
It's basically like you remember those pictures of the minivans of the little kids squeezed together, the packed up so tight you can barely breathe. It's like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's how tight this is in the.
Look at this dogfight in the Western Conference.
Yeah, basically, and that's how it is with the with this stuff. You know, it's insane.
Yeah, and I just want to point, I just want to point this out. Like we said, the playoffs they begin this month, and there's basically like between 7 and 9 games left to go. 7 seats have already been taken at the table. We only got 9 more tickets left to go before it's all set.
We got 9 seats left at this table. So gentlemen, I only got 3 words to say for you.
Don't get eliminated.
Exactly.
Huh.
Give us your best, boys. We want it.
Yeah, because let's face it, anything less is uncivilized. Yes, I know. I got that from Hulk Hogan's old deodorant commercial from the 90s, but you see what I mean? Let's head out to the field because we got to talk about opening weekend of the UFL.
Oh,
Got to talk about this because yes, the United Football League just kicked off their inaugural season of the merger last weekend, and we got to say this: we saw some very, 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 very good football, to say the least. Not great football, but good football. Okay, what we saw was basically foundation setters. Okay, between so far. Okay, and that's good. That meaning that what we're going to see throughout this season might actually be a good thing to come for the United Football League. Okay, we're not going to see blowouts. We're not going to see bad football and horrible things. We're actually might be seeing some good football. Okay.
Yeah, now let me point this out, Jacob, because Ray posted this earlier today. Listen to the ratings of these games that came in over the weekend.
Go ahead.
Arlington and Birmingham, 1.18 million folks tuned in. Michigan versus St. Louis, 1.349 million folks tuned in. San Antonio and the Defenders, 960,000. Houston and Memphis, 703,000. Overall, though,
You know what that is? That is good. You're
Yeah.
not expecting much because of March Madness, but you know what that is? That is good.
absolutely. I just want to point this out because there was some great action over
Most
the weekend,
that
and
we didn't see sold out stadiums in from the spots in Arlington, Detroit, San Antonio, and Houston, but we expected it because a lot of people were tired after football, but we still had some hopefuls who wanted to go check it out. And you know what?
also, I was about to say, hold on, Jacob. Also, this was over the Easter weekend, so
So a lot of people for Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
yeah.
Yeah,
So also, let me bring this up because basically there was like 9,000 to like 12,000 folks at each stadium, which is not that bad at all.
That's
Not
what we
that bad at all. Remember, this
that-
ain't the NFL. You guys gotta keep this in mind. This is not the NFL where they want folks to be where they want the stadiums to be full up to the capacity. This
No.
is the UFL, and they just say, "Hey, whatever we get, we'll be happy with it." And there you go.
They're not going to be world beaters. They are treating this like we want them to treat this. They're treating this like we expected that it is, like the minor leagues. They're not expecting big turnouts. They want this to be nice and smooth. Okay,
And
start small and let it go.
absolutely. Let me go ahead and bring this up. In the first game, we saw Birmingham ran into Arlington and they defeated the Renegades 27-14.
It was
Overall.
a really good matchup between Birmingham and Arlington, but you got to give tops to the 2-time USFL champion Birmingham Stallions. They went into Arlington and did work against the Renegades. Congrats to them. But the
what
big
about
game,
Michigan though?
we're talking-
Are you kidding me?
yeah,
Fuck.
okay. But the big game that a lot of people were talking about was what happened at Ford Field between the Panthers and the Battlehawks, the runner-ups. And you have to say that was a game a lot of people had their eyes on because that was what spring football needed. That was the foundation center.
I got a question. Was that the game where the kicker kicked a 63-yard field goal?
64, actually.
No.
Oh.
It was a 3-yarder. This dude who never did college football. Well, actually, who was in college football as a kickoff man. Who last time did a field goal was in high school. Kicked a NFL record 64-yard field goal, not once but twice.
I'm pretty sure his phone is ringing off the hook even as we speak. From NFL teams that want to sign him.
This dude who came off the bench in his first time doing a field goal since high school, can boot an NFL record like that?
with no,
Hello?
yeah, just basically it's like as if it's nothing at all, nothing at
Hey,
all,
spring
nothing
football. Hey, I mean, if this is not proof that spring football can make talent, I don't know what is.
Now, the next day we saw the Brahmas
Trying to
beat
find that
the
footage.
Defenders 27-12.
Yeah, what we saw was what San Antonio can bring, and that's San Antonio going to work against DC and just going to town
But
out
hey,
in the Alamo.
let's not discount DC at all. I mean,
No, DC. No, I'm not going to give DC any flack on it. They put up a good fight against San Antonio, but San Antonio had their horns ready to go. Okay, and the
I
Alamo
found it.
defend their home and defend their home.
Mm-hmm.
I found the 64-yard kick.
Yeah. Okay. Check this out. Yeah. Let's take a look at this amazing kick. Like, mind you, he did this twice. The first time he kicked it, St. Louis iced him, and he still made it. Second time he booted it, and it was smooth as silk. Okay. Let's get this from there. This is coming straight from the US. This is coming straight from the UFL's Twitter account. Believe it or not, they are actually more lax with us showing their content because they actually let the channel do his game highlight commentary and didn't give him a strike from Nancy.
Thank God.
But still, I will give my my warning. We are using fair trade from the UFL. This is from their official Twitter account. If you want to see the video from themselves, go check out their Twitter account at the UFL. They post great highlights and stuff. They are more lenient on it, but still, I'm not. I am still just.
You're not taking any chances.
I'm not taking any chances. So please, for the love of God, don't ban us. But anyways, let's take a look at this amazing.
Please. We'll give you candy.
Yeah, take a look at this amazing 64-yard kick from the left half. And look at this. Yeah, smooth as silk. That dude.
And here's the thing, because I do want to point this out that on the first kick, St. Louis called a timeout, which I would assume is for them to ice the kicker.
Yeah,
but it really didn't matter anyway.
It didn't matter. He still booted it. This was the
good measure.
Look at this. Boots it, and he had not only the distance but the accuracy. He was on point.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of NFL teams that's calling him this morning, today, because man, that kick. Now, the last game we saw the Showboats beat the Roughnecks 18-12. And I tell you what, that was a very nice crowd considering we were sitting at the game was at Vice Stadium. So,
as we all know, of course, the Roughnecks are part of the USFL division because they merged with the Houston Gamblers to make one unified Houston team. Now, give Houston credit; they put up a good fight against the Showboats, but unfortunately, the Showboats stuck it to them, and a great outing, to say the least, to start off the season.
Absolutely. And there's gonna be some big games this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's roll those on. I do have some footage from the Brahmas of their field goal kick.
From the Brahmas, of course, this is from their official Twitter account from the San Antonio Brahmas. San Antonio Brahmas. Because if you want to believe it or not, all 8 teams from the UFL does have their own Twitter accounts. If you want to follow them, like I am with my Houston Roughnecks, you can go check. You can go look for them and give them a follow, so you can be up to date with all their awesome highlights and when their next game is.
I want to follow all of the teams, honestly, just so I could see all their news.
Yeah. So basically, that's how you can get everything set up and ready to go. So, anyways, San Antonio Brahmas against their game against the DC Defenders. So
there we go, just shuffling around.
Audible here.
Right.
Man emotion. Drop back.
Let that bitch rip. Here we go.
Going deep. Caught. Ted, get off me.
I just want to point this out. I just want to point this out. The defenders bit on that one.
It's a fix 6. Jacob, we got a fix 6.
They just basically bit on that one.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
Now, let me go ahead and bring this up because there are some big games this weekend. In fact,
I'm telling
we got.
Look, Roger Natel does not have look, Roger Goodell has a peanut for a brain, but if he does have any brain cells in there and decides to actually use the UFL as a minor league system, that's actually one of the smartest things he'll ever do in his life.
Now, like I said, we do have some
The
games
greatest
this
idea
weekend.
ever.
Saturday, over on ESPN, we got the Bombers. They're gonna play at the Liberty Bowl. They're gonna play against the Showboats.
Now,
Yep.
we're actually thinking about going to check out some Showboat games. Didn't you say that, Carter?
Yes, I did. Ain't gonna be this weekend, but I did say I was gonna check out some.
Oops, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, that's what I said. I did say I was gonna check out some Bomber. Go check out some Showboat games. This season. So.
But believe it or not, they call it Simmons Bank, but we've always known it as the Liberty Bank because, like we said, we grew up calling it the Liberty Bowl. You try.
Now, also the night game. This is a night game. We got the Renegades. They're gonna travel to St. Louis at the Dome to play against the Battlehawks.
Well, believe it or not, when NFL Throwbacks did a video about the history of NFL stadiums, when they were talking about the dome, some people actually called it the Battle Dome. And believe it or not, I just stuck with it. Why don't we just call it the Battle Dome?
Yeah, that worked. And we know the name. I think the name of the name of the stadium is the Dome at America Center. But
Yes, it is.
It's such a good nickname. It just makes sense.
But that is good. That is a very good point. But that's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be on ABC. ABC Saturday night. Now Sunday, you got the Stallions and the Panthers at Ford Field.
Yep. Now here's the thing: a lot of people saying,
Coming off of a gut-punching loss against, I believe. Hold on. No.
The Panthers beat the Battlehawks.
Yeah, the Panthers. Hold on, my brain's confused. Give me a minute. The
Mhm.
Panthers coming off of I want to say a scraping win.
No,
for the Battlehawks.
That's not a nail biter.
A nail biter against the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Mhm.
Can they bring that momentum to go up against the Birmingham Stallions?
Yeah. Safe to say, this is basically a good matchup for the USFL division, and it's going to be at Ford Field. Now, a lot of people are going to be complaining, oh, why are they playing at an NFL stadium? You want to play in Ann Arbor?
But I think the problem, I think most people are complaining, but here's the situation. Number one, I think that Ford Field is the only field that is available at the time because good luck getting folks to go out to the Big House or Michigan State or Western Central or
Chrysler Center,
Michigan. But basically, I think Ford Field works for them, especially since there is no way they're going to convert Comerica Park to be football, especially with the baseball season already going underway. Ain't no way to go do that. So Ford Field was their only option. It don't like to go watch something else.
Michigan Stadium.
Work, okay? It can work. So cool your jets. And then rounding out the festivities for week 2 of the UFL season over at Audi Field, the DC Defenders will be going head to head with the Houston Roughnecks.
Let me point this out. Let me just point this out. It's great that the Defenders are playing at Audi Field instead of the stadium formerly known as FedEx Field, because I don't think anyone will be interested in going there and then literally falling off the stands. So
rained on by sewage.
Yeah. So this is a very, very good choice for them. So hey, take time out of your busy schedule and catch these games because
you players coming up to the big league. So
and you probably might say to yourself, hey, I saw him out there playing at the Liberty Bowl, and now here he is playing in the Super Bowl. Hey, you never know. I just want to point out anything can happen. Let's go ahead and shift gears, gentlemen. And here lies except one. All of our brackets are dead except
mine's already dead.
Except one. Well, actually, two. All our brackets are dead.
My bracket just died after Creighton lost to Tennessee.
Yeah, mine died when Alabama decided to wake up. Fuck.
And of course, mine died
when Duke lost to freaking I forgot who they lost to.
What? Creighton, let me check that real quick. Yeah, Creighton, they lost to Tennessee.
Why?
Yeah, Mind Dive and Arizona lost to Clemson.
Sheesh. How about you, Brent?
Yes.
Huh?
And I think Brandon's Dive in Alabama. I think Brandon, did you choose North Carolina? Or no, you chose Duke.
We have North Carolina and Duke in the national championship.
Yeah.
Pronounced. But yeah, we can now officially say that 68 teams have entered. Only
We're down to the final four.
all four
NC
four teams
State.
have punched their tickets to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Congratulations
Yes.
are in order
To the
to
four teams.
the University of
NC State, UConn, defending champion, the
Alabama.
Alabama Crimson Tide, and then Purdue.
Let me point this out first and foremost. That hold on, Jimmy. Let me point this out first and foremost. NC State, a team that lost 14 games this season, is in the Final Four.
And NC State has a chance to do something that hasn't been done, I think, ever, and that's be the lowest seed to make it to the national championship.
Actually, Jacob, Villanova did that in 1985 as number 8. So NC State got a chance to become the even lower team to do so.
Well, it's a tough battle because starting this Sunday, they are opening up the Final Four against the Boilermakers of Purdue on TBS in Glendale.
That's Saturday, believe it or
The
not.
Final Four with the final matchup.
Yeah, let me point this out. First and foremost, when you look at NC State, if you saw the 30 for 30 film, Survive and Advance.
Of course, talking about the late great Jimmy V, God rest his soul.
Mm-hmm. You can pretty much see that the 2024 NC State pretty much has the same vibe as the 1983 NC State.
So basically, this Wolf is as the spirit of the '83 Wolf Pack, and the spirit of Jimmy V is alive and well.
I'm pretty sure Jimmy Valvano is watching from above, and he has a big smile on his face. And I'm pretty sure that he's hoping that NC State beats Purdue and gets to the national championship game.
And wins it all. In the world now, won't it?
That would be upset of the decade. But on the other side of the coin, in the other semifinal matchup at 7,
UConn,
it's the reigning champions against the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Safe to say, UConn has a chance to go back to back, for the first time on the men's side in a long time.
Yeah, you gotta go back to the days of Joakim Noah and the Florida Gators.
Yeah, Joakim Noah and the Gators, and it'll be the first time. This will be UConn's. How many times have UConn won the cut down the net for the men's side?
Well, let's see. I know that this is what their fourth. They had a chance to probably win their fourth.
Probably, their fourth title and their first back-to-back since the Gators of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So and then of course on next Monday night in prime time, the winners of the semis will
actually this is going to be their.
Yeah, right. There's 6 because they won one in 1999, 2004, 2011, 2014, and 2023.
So basically, to win a six to get themselves a cool 6-pack.
Yeah, so
and a back-to-back if they can make it back there.
Yeah, that is true. Now, let me go ahead and bring this up. You can catch these games. You can catch the Final Four on TBS this year.
Yeah, first time TBS will be. I believe first time TBS will be hosting the Final Four in their.
This isn't the first, Jacob. They have hosted one before.
Okay, so this is the second time TBS will be hosting the Final Four. Usually TBS was the annual tradition, but I feel like Turner Broadcasting wanted to switch it up this year.
Yeah, I think basically how they did is they basically rotate. CBS hosts one year, TBS hosts the next. This year is on TBS.
Fair. I like that. course, and as I stated, the winners of the semifinals will meet Monday nights in prime time. Prime time, where only one will cut down the net in Glendale and hoist the national championship.
Now, let me also bring this up because going on right now, even as we speak, is the NIT.
Yes.
We got the NIT semifinals going on right now, and I thought that they was doing it at Gambridge Fieldhouse. They're not doing it at Gambridge Fieldhouse. They're doing it on the campuses of Butler. They're doing it at Hinkey Fieldhouse. We got Utah and Indiana State right now, and Indiana State is leading Utah in the first half,
hold up.
17-10.
Did you say Hinky Fieldhouse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ballers.
Hinky dinky ringity there.
God damn it.
Oh my God.
Clap down, I dare you.
Jose, you make it so hard to do this show sometimes.
You're welcome. We need a bit of light into this.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. We're a bar. We always need some laughs. But
we got coming up later on this evening. We got Georgia and Seton Hall in the second game of the semifinal. Now
Seton Hall made it this far.
Now, hold on. I'm hearing a knock at the door. I don't know if he's here or not, but I'm hearing a certain Hoosier banging on the door like a damn hobo.
No, oh boy, here we go.
I don't, but it's about time. His Hoosier ass woke up.
Good morning, Prince Charming. How are you?
There he is.
Okay, number 1, fuck off. Okay.
Number
Okay,
two.
Sleeping Beauty.
My power fucking went out this morning, okay? Piss off.
Okay, we get now. Let me go ahead and
before we move on, let's give since we are in college basketball, I think it's only fair to let Hoosier Man be happy for to have his time in the sunshine. Cody, why don't you give your reactions to the fact that Purdue is back in the Final Four for the first time in God knows how long.
44 years, believe it or not. Nearly 4.5 decades.
Yeah.
That was the only Indiana team that's left standing.
Yeah.
Sad way.
Yeah. Yeah, because everybody
You got to
else
deal with NC State.
Hoosiers got eliminated. The Boilermakers got eliminated.
That's only on the women's.
We're going to get the women's
are in the Final Four, facing NC State.
Yeah, you're facing the Wolfpack on in the Sunday afternoon game.
Saturday
Game. Now, yeah. So knowing you, I know you want your Boilermakers to make it to the Natty on day. Knowing you, but yeah. But other than that, yeah, I know you got to be able to move to have at least one.
You know what's crazy? I just looked this up. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the last time the Boilermakers was in the national championship as far as men's basketball is concerned?
When?
1932.
32.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's about this way before the NCAA started their tournament. You're talking about the NIT.
No, this is the national championship men's basketball for Purdue.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Nearly
boy, we're going way back when. Makes me want to get a DeLorean and just hop back to the future.
Hey, hold on a minute. It better be a minivan DeLorean, bro. We got to get all of our asses in there.
Let's go ahead and shift focus to the women. Yeah, now,
before we talk about the women's Final Four, you and I have a bone to pick with a certain something because.
Hold on, Jacob. Let me start before I unleash the beast.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna step outside for a minute. I gotta do something.
Yeah. Now, I think that here's the thing, and the reason why Jose stepped out of the room because this story is just mind-boggling. There was a reporter from the L.A. Times. His name was Ben Bloch. That was his name, and he wrote an article for the L.A. Times. And the article he wrote for the LA Times basically was a preview of the Sweet 16 game between UCLA and LSU.
Yep.
And basically, what he did, the way how he wrote his article, basically comparing LSU and UCLA, comparing and saying it's good versus evil. And then he had the unlitigated gall to say that LSU was a bunch of dirty debutantes. Now, and also saying that UCLA is milk and cookies and LSU is Louisiana hot sauce.
Okay.
Now let me just say something real quick, and I'm just going to point this out. Um, Criticize Kim Markey all you want. All right, I'm pretty sure she can take care of herself, no problem. But when you basically just throw the student athletes under the bus, that's when you cross the line.
That's asking for
And
trouble.
yeah, that's where you cross the line. And as much, I know most people say it's the freedom of the press, freedom of the press. Okay, we get it, we understand. Okay, fine, we get it, we understand. I'm just dumbfounded that the LA Times just went ahead and did it, and then when they saw the backlash, they had to change it. Because I'm pretty sure even the editors figure, wait a minute, we crossed the line here. This is way below our standards here. We can't go out and just do that. And this is how come people don't read newspapers. And yes, again, that I'm getting this line from Mike Gundy when he did a press conference, and when she made the infamous line, "You come after me, I'm a man, I'm 40. I'm not a kid. That's why I don't read the newspapers because garbage. So get your facts straight." I feel like that's exactly the same thing what Kim Mulkey is saying at this point. And I think, like I said, uh, that reporter, whoever he wrote this article and he apologized. He said, "I failed miserably holding up to the standards." I said this on Discord earlier today. That's the biggest understatement in the world, right there. You failed miserably. That's the biggest understatement in the world. Because now, like I said, I'm being nice and kind about it. I'm pretty sure Jacob is getting ready to unleash the beast here in a minute. Because
Before he does so, there's some light on this. LSU Reese of LSU is saying yes to the WNBA draft.
Now, here's the thing, and then I'm going to let Jacob go. Here's the thing. This is I'm surprised he still has a job at this point because what he said was inexcusable, was awful, and completely crossed the line. And like I said, he can apologize all he wants, but what he did, but the way how he wrote that article, just a doggone shame. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give it to bend down the hatches. All right, Jacob, go get him.
Thank you. So, to the LA Times, more specifically to that writer. You call the LSU team whatever you call them. I'm not even going to. And you called us nothing more than Louisiana hot sauce. Yeah, you say that as at face value, but there's this thing called reading between the lines. Basically, you're calling us racial slurs. Basically, you're calling our girls a bunch of N-words. You basically told them specifically that UCLA is a bunch of privileged, classy, dignified students, while you called us nothing more than street trash N-words.
To be quite honest with you, I thought the way he said it's like he's saying you're all hotheads in a sense.
Either way, you basically called us trash, disgusting, filthy, horrible people. And yeah, and look what, and all you did was trying to get us out of our heads and out of our focus. All you did was prove that humanity has more downs than us. And look what happened. When it came down to game time, all it did was cause more harm than good, because guess what? All it did was give us motivation. Because at the game, even though we started rocky, we finished up and beat UCLA 78-69 in the Sweet 16. And Kim Mulkey decided to chew your asses out. And I gave her props for it. But you know who I had the utmost respect for? Angel Reese. Because even though we got eliminated, she had the utmost respect, kindness, and purity to still be true to herself and say we're human, and kept going and kept herself as herself. You know what that says to me? That she took the high road. She took the right way and moved on with her life. Not like you. You, sir, have no class. You, sir, have no dignity. You, sir, have no consciousness. And I hope and I pray that the Los Angeles Times has at least the common sense to fire your uncultured ass the second you put that article out and put your ass on the streets, because you don't deserve to be a broadcast journalist. You don't deserve to be a journalist for newspapers, and you don't deserve to write anything else more than your own little in your head. Now I'm done. I don't need to waste any more oxygen on filth.
We gotcha. Now then, okay, we go ahead and bring Jose back in the room, because speaking of the Final Four, first of all,
we got
hold on, Brandon.
Hold on, Brandon.
Because first and foremost, the game between Iowa and LSU. 12.3 million viewers tuned in and watched that game.
Honestly, I have to give Iowa my cap, because they wanted revenge. They got revenge, but they had to earn it, because we did not lay down and give them the W in that quarterfinal matchup. They earned the right to go to Cleveland, and it was. Okay, sure, we are not going to repeat as national champions, but you know what? I am proud of my Lady Tigers, because they fought with honor, class, and dignity all the way to the quarterfinals, and they gave Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes a fight, and it was beautiful to see.
Let me just also point this out, Jacob, that first of all, let's not give LSU any excuse whatsoever. That was a hard-fought game. Iowa just wanted it more. They want to send Caitlin. They want to send Caitlin Clark out as a champion.
And another good news, as I just mentioned 2 minutes ago before you ran it, Jacob, Reese of your LSU Tiger saying yes to the WNBA draft.
And you know what? Whoever picks up Angel Reese is going to have a gem, because she is undoubtedly one of the best players, court to court, to ever come out of Baton Rouge.
Absolutely. And I think that it's going to be a very great Final Four. We know South Carolina.
We got a scoring update on hockey. Pittsburgh up 1-0 over the Devils.
All right.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and continue what I was saying. Hold on, Jacob. Let me continue what I was saying, because the Final Four for the women is Friday.
The Final Four for the ladies is starting off this Friday. Over at
Four, it's this the lineup. We have NC State taking on South Carolina.
South Carolina is trying to do what UConn did before, and that is to go perfect at 40-0. But it's not going to be an easy feat, because the Wolfpack, the Lady Wolfpack, is on an easier stretch than the men's side.
And let's not forget. And let's not forget here. This is a cross-state rivalry.
Let me
Yeah.
also hold
Yeah.
on,
The
Jeremy.
Carolinas have no love for each other. So
Yeah,
safe
hold
to
on.
say. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, let's also bring this up. South Carolina has been to the Final Four 4 straight years. Now, eventually, going to the Final Four 4 straight years, you're starting to see the wear and tear
Sooner or later,
of this
run.
run.
Luck is going to run out on you.
And something
Give
tells me,
it to South Carolina, though.
yeah, that is. I will give South Carolina credit. Don Staley is doing an excellent job.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. South Carolina, unfortunately, has been having a rocky road to get to the Final Four because the last few wins they've been having were shaky.
Yeah.
Okay. They got lucky luck was on their side on the road to Cleveland.
Absolutely. And let me just bring this up because this could be the moment that South Carolina loses. This could very well be the moment. They can't make too many mistakes because NC State's the kind of team that would, make you pay for your mistakes.
Yeah, the Lady Wolfpack, their fangs are much sharper than the men's side going into the Final Four at the Q.
Now, on the other side, as we see our good friend, I was about to say on the other side,
and you got a heavyweight in their own right in the Lady Huskies of UConn,
who are basically a dynasty in their own right, 11-time, basically nearly 11-time national champions in their own right, in their own right, and a coach who's basically arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time in women's basketball.
Hold on a minute, Jacob. Jose, put the intermission for a second. Brandon, is that an exercise bike?
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with
that. I'm not criticizing. I'm just wondering. That's an exercise bike. Hey, nothing wrong with getting in shape.
I have an answer for that, actually. Brandon did tell me, but I might as well tell it to everyone here because, well, as for all of you that maybe do not know, Brandon has diabetes, and most of the time that when he does run out of his insulin, when he does eat, he needs to blow off some of his sugar. So, yeah, there was an exercise bike randomly in his house, and yeah, he's using it just to lower down his blood sugar.
Oh, that's totally understandable. That's totally understandable because I'm a borderline diabetic myself.
And I am a proud supporter of those for those who unfortunately have diabetes, both type 1 and type 2, and I
can make jokes about it because, well, Brandon's diabetic, and I can make jokes around him.
Yeah, it'd be funny all you want, but I'm always support for those who try to help out as best as he can. And honestly, everybody, and for those who have diabetes, we all just know that everybody that everybody doesn't feel sorry for you just because you have it. They feel sorry that you had to go through for the struggle that you had to go through. Okay?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that if you do have diabetes, you're trying to make sure you keep it under control because the last thing you want to do is lose a foot.
Which sucks because I have many Brandon and Jose have many friends who have it, and it sucks that it's a delicate dance.
I totally understand. I totally get it how come Brandon has the exercise bike, because he's trying to keep his sugar under control. So that's totally understandable. All right, then let's get back on topic.
But anyways, getting back to from the intermission. Like we said, as I said, the head coach for UConn, arguably one of the best coaches to ever do work in women's college basketball, to give UConn basically a dynasty of up in Connecticut. Honestly, and they're going up against Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes, who are basically trying to etch their own history in of itself, and basically give Caitlin Clark the ultimate send off and giving her a national championship before she heads over to the WNBA.
Yeah, let me bring this. Hold on, Jacob. Let me bring this up because Gino Ariana, I know I mispronounced his name, but
I think you got it right.
Yeah, and I think he what a phenomenal head coach he is. I saw a video. There's a YouTube channel called Second Base, and they was basically talk about the rivalry between him and the late great Pat Summitt.
Oh.
God
Yeah,
rest.
and whenever Tennessee and UConn do battle, basically it was like a knock 'em out, knock 'em, drag 'em out fight.
It's one of those fights you just want to
Two
watch
great
because it's beautiful.
minds in women's basketball. Let's get real.
Because it's one of those fights you just want to watch because it's so beautiful, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cat fight.
And
But good way.
yeah, I think also, and
Yeah,
he,
right.
he he did a great job, and the fact that UConn, is back in the Final Four, that's saying something. That this team has been dominant for years.
Yeah,
And we
and
thought
for
that they,
Iowa, this is a true test if they want to get to the national championship. You
Once-
gotta,
yeah,
and possibly capture maybe I think their 12th national championship
for
in
UConn, it is.
for UConn to capture their 12th national championship in school history. It's going to be a tough test against the Hawkeyes of Iowa because they are looking to capture that cut down the net as well. And like with the men's, the winners of those will face off on Sunday afternoon on ABC. Sunday afternoon on ABC, of course, still in the Quicken Loans Arena, where only one will cut down the net and hoist the natty. So safe to say, both the men and the women, it is a Final Four you do not want to miss, especially for the women's side, because safe to say, UConn helped rebuild the foundation for women's basketball, and Iowa has been built in the house.
absolutely. Now let's go ahead and if you catch those games on ESPN and ABC this weekend. Let's go ahead and shift focus to the NFL, and we got to start off with some sad news. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone thought that this was a joke, but sadly, this is not a joke. Former NFL cornerback Vontae Davis was found dead yesterday
Yeah,
at the age of 35.
former two-time Pro Bowler and Colts legend Vontae Davis sadly passed away on April Fool's. Everybody thought it was an April Fool's joke. Unfortunately,
No, it's not.
And this is coming from a Colts fan. This sucks.
yeah, he found dead he was found dead yesterday. So unfortunately, yeah, which sucks, but it hurts, but it is what it is.
Let me read the report. It says, this is from ESPN, by the way. Former NFL cornerback Vontae Davis was found dead Monday at a residence in South Florida. Davie police confirmed he was 35 years old. Man,
Oh, died
soon.
too young, too soon.
His prime. In
Yeah.
his prime. Damn.
Yeah. This morning, Davie police officers responded to 6051 Southwest 178th Avenue. That's a mouthful. In reference to a medical call. Officers were called to the residence by the house assistant, who found the homeowner deceased. We can confirm that the deceased individual is Vontae Davis, age 35. Preliminary information suggests that foul play is not involved. Davie police said in a statement. I just want to point this out. And I know the Pat McAfee show spoke about this yesterday. Pat McAfee basically said that this guy was a jokester. He liked to crack jokes every now and then. In fact, the funniest thing. How do I say the funniest thing he ever did was that when he was playing for the Buffalo Bills in 2018, he retired at halftime of a September game against the LA Chargers.
Hey, at least he did it better than Antonio Brown.
Oh my God, that was okay. That's fair. I was about to say that's too soon, but that's fair.
Yeah, and the Bills, they sent out a statement. They said, "We are saddened to learn of the passing of Vontae Davis. We are thinking of his friends, family, and loved ones during this difficult time."
Yeah.
The Miami Dolphins did the same thing. Jim Irsay also said,
he was a Miami Dolphins player, was he?
yes.
So he played for the Dolphins. He was a Bills Mafia player, but he will always be, forever always be, a Colts legend. For
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Jim Irsay tweeted, extremely sad to hear of the passing of Vontae Davis. a great guy, teammate,
Yes.
player. My prayers to Vontae's family. And T.Y. Hilton also said, we were just on, my guess is at FaceTime a couple of weeks ago. I still can't believe you gone. I don't want to believe you gone. My heart hurts so bad. Reggie Wayne also chimed in. Saturday, we used to battle every day in practice. Sometimes it ended in a bunch of bickering and almost fights. We got each other better. It was a pleasure wearing the horseshoe with you, homie. Rest easy, champ. Praying for your family and loved ones.
For Indianapolis, he's gonna be missed.
Yeah.
Try because
So,
he got this team when he debuted 2005.
I believe
Shit,
so.
So he might have been with the 2007 Super Bowl championship team.
Hold on.
It was the first round selected by the Dolphins in the 2009 draft.
Oh, he was an 09. He was an 09 drafter. Okay.
Yeah, and they traded him to
so-
the Colts in 2012.
Damn.
By the way, this was they traded him on the when Miami was featured on Hard Knocks.
Oh.
Let's see, when then Dolphins general manager Jeff Erlin told him he'd be traded, his first reaction was to ask whether he could call his grandmother and his brother, a moment that went viral. He didn't know Campbells were inside the room at that time and told ESPN after he retired, "I felt kind of violated." By the way, his older brother Vernon Davis also played in the NFL. So
He was wide receiver.
yeah.
Yeah,
So he was a tight end. And he retired in 2019. So our thoughts and prayers go out to Vontae Davis's family and friends. And like I said, thoughts and prayers go out to them.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks for the Colts.
Now, also,
but I think hands down, if Jim Irsay or the Colts, I know some probably will watch this, but I think Devontae needs to go to the. I know Colts have a Hall of Fame. I know it. So
they probably might induct him, and don't they have a Ring of Honor at Lucas Oil Stadium?
Yeah, they do. They have a Ring of Honor, so maybe Devontae should go to the Colts Ring of Honor, and maybe if you have one too, why not? Bills Mafia fans are like,
maybe so, but yeah.
Let me go ahead and move on.
Let's get some awesome stuff here because hold
on, Jacob, because I got some more news. This boy. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice was leasing a Lamborghini sports utility vehicle that authorities said was one of the two speeding sports cars that caused a chain reaction crash on a Dallas highway.
Oh
God!
Hold on, I have to look this up. I got to see what type of model it is.
Carter, if you think that was crazy from Chiefs, I'll top you.
Hold on, Cody. Here's the story. It says, let's see. Rice was leasing the Lamborghini from the classic.
Oh, it's a URS.
Yeah, the SUV. Yeah.
Yes. Rice was leasing the Lamborghini from the Classic Lifestyle, says Kyle Coker. Wow, what a name. Kyle Coker. An attorney for the Dallas-based exotic car rental company. He said that contractually, Rice would have been the only person allowed to drive the vehicle, which rents for about $1,750 a day and is worth about $250,000. Well,
that's a good price for a Urus.
Well, there goes your salary for the year.
Down.
Police have said that the drivers of a Corvette and a Lamborghini were speeding in the far left lane of North Central Expressway when they lost control. The Lamborghini went onto the shoulder and hit the Lamborghini went onto the shoulder and hit the center median wall, causing a chain reaction collision. 4 people in the
How
other
many-
vehicles were treated for minor injuries. Wow.
I was
So,
gonna ask how many injuries, how many cars were involved? Oh fuck!
How
yeah,
many cars
well,
are holding the pile up?
it didn't go into full detail, but I can pretty much
Well, when
imagine.
in doubt, those are the ones that probably you will never trust. TMZ.
Yeah. Vice's attorney, the state senator Royce West, said that Vice would take all necessary steps to address the situation responsibly. West did not respond to questions Tuesday and has not said whether Vice was driving one of the vehicles. Rice, a member of the Super Bowl winning Chiefs team, is from the Dallas area. He played for Southern Methodist University and grew up in the Fort Worth suburb of North Richland Hills. Wow. That's all I gotta say is wow. You might as well just go ahead, just there goes your salary for the year because Lamborghinis ain't cheap.
As as we speak now, I am actually looking over the footage
Are
of this
not cheap.
dash cam, so I'm about
How?
to give you the
Oh
name
boy.
that are
Well, ladies
counting
and
out.
gentlemen, if before we show the footage,
No, Cody.
We'll put,
Cody, shut up. I am not showing this footage because, to be honest with you, why the hell would I?
Mm.
fair enough.
Now I
What
do.
Second
is,
off-
Now
That's graphic.
also I have another story. I'll make this quick. Cardinals will have to pay up some money. Fact
What
remains,
oh,
they have
God,
been
what
ordered.
now?
Yeah, they have been ordered to pay their ex-vice president Terry McDonald $3 million for defamation.
What?
Who's paying?
The Cardinals.
Arizona.
Oh wow.
An NFL arbitrator ordered the Arizona Cardinals to pay $3 million to former executive Terry McDonough for false and defamatory and defamatory
Defamation.
Inflammatory.
Defamation.
statements the team made about him to the media, according to a decision filed in federal court on Monday. In a 62-page decision dated March the 29th, Jeffrey Mushkin, the arbitrator appointed by NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, determined the Cardinals and their owner, Michael Bidwell, defamed McDonough with malice. Ooh, that's not good. In a multi-page
Malice
statement to
intent.
media
Huh.
organization that accused McDonough of spousal abuse and neglect of his disabled adult daughter, allegations McDonough has denied. Wow. So that pretty much shows,
Gross.
yeah, that
That's
pretty much
just
shows
fucking
you.
disgusting.
Wait. You say they denied access for the former exec's daughter? Did I hear that right?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Who's sleeping?
Jose!
No, I'm not sleeping. I just want to be sure that I hear that right.
No,
Jose!
I hear it.
Sorry, you were
Hey,
laying down.
hey,
I had to
hey.
do it.
No, he's no.
Sorry, he was
no,
laying down. I had to do it.
Fine.
You
But,
fucking piece of
okay.
shit.
Aside from the fact, I think he was trying to say is that was it true that he was denied access to his daughter or something?
Well, let me see what the story was. Hmm.
I just want to be sure I hear that right.
Yeah. Basically. Here we go. Michigan detailed how the Cardinals obtained information related to the spousal abuse allegations against Madonna. In September 2018, former Cardinals wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald, I didn't know he was released, unless he retired, received an
I think he was retired.
yeah, yeah, received an unsolicited letter from Madonna's former father-in-law accusing Madonna of abandoning his daughter.
Damn.
What?
Fitzgerald gave the letter to a team executive who did not notify Mr. Bidwell of the allegations in the letter, but instead put the letter in Mr. Madonna's employment file and never spoke a word of it to Mr. Bidwell until nearly 5 years later.
Oh
When the
my
team
god.
searched McDonough's emails and files for potential content to include in its statement, according to Mushkin's decision. Wow. Mushkin also detailed how the team possessed emails between Madonna and his wife discussing child support payments And that Bidwell acknowledged that Madonna had been offered a contract in 2019 that would enable him to live in North Carolina near his daughter, which McDonough embraced. According to the arbitration ruling, McDonough saw $15 million in lost future earnings, $10 million for emotional distress, $10 million for reputational harm, and $60 to $90 million in punitive damage. So Merchkin awarded McDonough $150,000 in general damage for the harm to his reputation caused by the defamatory statements.
Damn.
$600,000 in damages for emotional distress caused by the defamatory statements, and $2.25 million in punitive damage. Mushkin also found that the team did use burner phones, but he did not find in
my god.
but he did not find in favor of McDonough's allegation that the Cardinals' actions prevented him from being hired as the general manager of the league. Though McDonough was a finalist for the San Francisco 49ers
San
GM job
Diego
in
49ers.
2017, he had no interview for GM positions after that. Wow. So that's no need for me to go on with that story. I'm just glad that this story was over.
You got it. Well,
is
we're on the
crazy.
topic of NFL modified brand, but lightning round of we may have the NFL draft isn't until probably a weeks away, but we got some that are returning or signing to new teams.
Well, actually, funny you say that. I was actually bringing up the free agency.
Yeah, I'm on Ian Rappaport's Twitter right now.
Yeah. Some big news in the free agency world. Just today, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going back to the Chiefs, but it's on a 1-year prove-it deal.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see something that's more messed up? You know how desperate the Chiefs are? They're fucking signing Carson Wentz.
Yeah, they're signing.
Stand Jose Miguel.
Jose Miguel is screaming and it is.
Jacob, you don't get the privilege to say Jose Miguel. Only Brandon can say that.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay, go get him, Jose.
I'm gonna put this short and simple for everyone, right? Carson Wentz. If you've seen his time in,
life piece of shit who ran a video.
Hold on, Cody.
don't worry,
Go
Cody.
ahead,
I
Jose.
will take it to you later. Actually, you know what?
Talk.
Fuck it. I'm doing it right now. But Carson Wentz, if y'all saw his time in this guy's team, then you should know he's an absolute piece of shit. You know, just like him as a whole.
Here's the reason why we didn't get to go in the playoffs.
Yeah, just like you as a whole. Anyways,
Damn.
now if y'all saw his time in Washington, then you know he's he's just as worse. But start off in Philadelphia, he's kind of no wait, that's yeah. My brain's already hurt. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is he ain't good, but good.
He's only
Which is
remembered
weird.
because he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's the only thing good about him. After that, he's been ring chasing ever since.
I think it was Nick. I think it was Big Dick Nick that got that Super Bowl win.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Nick Folk.
Nick Folk!
Oh, Nick, Cody, I'm drunk.
That's because I think
Anyway.
Big Dick Nick was the
Anyway.
quarterback of that team. Carson Wentz was injured.
Me and Cody are drunk. Okay,
You
give us a
mean
break.
Chicago
Let's go.
Bears?
Now.
You mean the punting
Oh,
clown
man.
Nick Folk?
No, he's no longer the
Anyway.
clown. He's actually being able to boot it now.
Yeah, somehow.
Anyway,
Anyway,
okay. The next team that actually is probably on a reunion. Well, the Falcons are a reunion. There's a reunion of sorts. The Falcons are re-signing their former standout, Eddie Goldman. He is coming out of retirement.
Speaking of re-signing, Julian Blackman is back with the Colts for 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. Yeah, no, that's pretty fucking cool.
Remember, it's a 1-year prove-it deal.
The Chiefs. I know I saw that.
Now,
Seahawks
the Colts
are
also, let me bring this up. They've also re-signed Michael Pittman Jr., Zari Franklin, Kenny Moore II, Grover Stewart. Grover. I miss Sesame Street.
Grover.
Old man for that goal.
We got Rigoberto Sanchez, and Taekwon Lewis. So Colts
The
have been
Seahawks-
busy.
Seahawks are signing wide receiver and KR? The fuck does that mean?
Kick returner.
Ah, there you go. Thank you. I'm gonna fuck up this name. Laviska Chenot.
Hold on.
Be perfect for his
How's it
agents.
spelled? Type it. How's it? Hold on a minute, Cody. How's it spelled? Cody.
There. I'm showing my phone.
Okay.
There.
Okay, I can see it.
Yeah. I don't know if I butchered
Laviska
his name or not.
Chenault. Laviska
Yeah.
Chenault.
So we
got
butchered,
Chenault.
we butchered names, so it is what it is.
Nah, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Now,
LSU wide receiver. That's actually something that did happen for
Now-
Jacob. Jacob, your LSU wide receiver Malik Neighbors was visiting the Cardinals.
Oh God, no.
Now a pre-draft 30 today and
Sounds
goes
exa-
to the
Hold on a minute.
Chargers
Jacob
tomorrow
sounded
per
excited when he
choices.
heard that news.
You're like, what?
Yeah, I bet you
Yeah,
it sounds like this.
LSU wide receiver Malik Neighbors is visiting the Arizona Cardinals
And then I was like, oh God,
on
no.
a pre-draft 30 today and goes to the Chargers tomorrow per sources. Considered wide receiver one by multiple teams. Got rave reviews on Pro Day testing and showing.
interesting. Also, let me go ahead and bring this up. We spoke a little bit about L'Jarius Sneed last week. Now that he's with the Titans, they introduced him to the media today. He spoke. He said, "Ain't nothing wrong with my knees." They was discussed about about any injury concerns. So he was saying, "Ain't nothing wrong with my
Famous
knees.
last words.
Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with my knees."
No, that's
Come
Aaron
on.
Rodgers' famous last words.
I was about to say, come on, Jose. It's not like as if Nissan Stadium is like MetLife Field, but
Not yet. To be
but
honest,
it says
that does
ain't-
not hurt me at all because
Also
I expected
signed
that field to be a piece of shit.
hold
Patriots.
on, Cody. It says, ain't nothing wrong with my knees. I had a couple of problems, a banged up knee before, but I'm good right now. Okay,
Famous
then.
last word.
Yeah, well, good luck running on that field. That's all I
Texans
gotta say.
signed ex-Patriots DB Miles Brandt.
Which team signed him?
Texans. Houston Texans.
Houston. Oh boy.
Now, also, this is
Justin
interesting.
Hardy Sr. is going back home to Cleveland.
Now, Minnesota Vikings have suspended their offensive coordinator for 3 weeks. Yes, the Minnesota Vikings have suspended offensive coordinator Wes Phillips for 3 weeks without pay following the legal resolution of a 2023 traffic stop in Minneapolis. The team confirmed.
God.
The suspension began Tuesday and will conclude April the 22nd, with Phillips returning to work on the 23rd. He'll miss a key portion of draft preparations as the Vikings pursue their next quarterback, as well as the first week of team's offseason strength and conditioning program, which begins April the 14th. Phillips, who joined the Vikings as part of Kevin O'Connor's original staff in 2022, was stopped on December the 8th on Interstate Highway 394 at approximately 9:45 p.m. Oh boy, Central Time. Yeah, he showed signs of impairment, and ultimately, his blood alcohol content tested at 0.10.
God damn it, he was
Now-
drunk.
Now, for context, to be legally intoxicated is a .08, correct?
Yes, the legal limit in Minnesota is 0.08. Phillips was born.
Isn't that all of America, actually? Now that I think about it.
Yeah. Phillips was booked into the Hennepin County Jail and released earlier the next morning after posting $300 bond. He accompanied the team to Las Vegas later that day and continued working through the end of the regular season. On the 15th of February, Phillips entered a guilty plea to an amendment charge of misdemeanor careless driving. He paid a $300 fine and a $78 surcharge and was assigned to perform 8 hours of community work at a nonprofit within 60 days. That's usually, I thought that if you give You get sent to the community service. You put on like a
Orange
yellow
swimsuit.
vest, and you working on the side of the road.
No, that has some other ways to call it. That has some
Yeah.
other ways to put community service on it. It's not just that.
Yeah, you can just chain them up underneath a truck and take them to Ohio.
What the fuck was that?
Hey,
You know what? We have reached a point to where Jose just doesn't give a damn anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, Savage
yep.
Blanco is
Yeah,
here.
correct.
Savage Blanco. Jamal, he stole your gimmick, brother.
Oh no! Quite honestly, this is just me. This is just me being normal.
Hmm.
Anywho,
Just simply do not care about the world around us.
Owen, joins the Steelers.
Kyle, what about him?
Your deal.
Now, let me go ahead and bring this up. We do have some news to announce. We know that the NFL draft is coming up on April the 25th.
Yep.
Yes.
And you guys remember us having our little get together last year at around this time?
Yeah.
Yes.
2 days because I couldn't stay for the rest of it because I had to do something else.
Well, we're doing it again.
Yay!
Yep, we're doing it again. It's the annual tradition continues. We're streaming the NFL draft one more time. The 2024 NFL draft will be streamed this time on YouTube. But as always, we're not going to be streaming the actual draft because we are not going to get We are not getting copyright strikes for that.
So instead, we're gonna actually look at the draft like how your Tree and I and his friends do on our website.
Yeah, like Clickbait Sports does theirs with the
dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire. Great show.
Or Clickbait Sports, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
By watching the draft board, okay, and watching and reacting through accordingly. And we will have some guests coming over, and if you want to be a part of that, we will have the link to watch it along with us, so you can be able to watch the insanity that is the 2024 NFL draft. Come along, goes along.
And gentlemen,
in April.
It's still going on as we are 3 months away from the Olympiad in Paris.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the Olympics is coming, guys. We are now officially 3 months away from the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a good question. Are we gonna be talking about that?
We will be actually talking
about
as it draws near, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is on the agenda. As I said, that is on the agenda because once the NBA season gets done and dusted and over with, some of those players are gonna hop on a plane and fly over and play for their home teams for Olympic basketball.
Yep. Indeed.
And of course, I think also this year, I think that they got 3-on-3.
Yeah.
That's one of the sports they got this year. They even got football.
Well, they call it rugby.
Yeah, it's rugby actually.
But if you talk about international football like soccer, yeah, that's on the agenda too.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's a whole lot to look forward to. And the Olympics, we were speaking about that. The Olympics, you can catch that on NBC and everything that goes with NBC. Starting off on June,
July 26th.
Mm-hmm, yeah, July 26th to August the 11th is when NBC is going to air the Olympics. NBC, USA,
Yep.
I think CNBC, MSNBC,
Peacock.
Bravo, and yada yada.
And who knows? Maybe we'll have something new added to the format for the summer time frame of the podcast.
Cody, I am not waking up at the crack of dawn to watch the Olympics. No, thank you.
Announce where the All-Star game is headed into?
Oh shit! Yeah, right. I don't know if that was announced.
Was Hagen here when I announced where the MLB All-Star game is going to be in?
No, I fucking was dead asleep.
Didn't think so. In case you didn't hear, Hagen, this year the Major League Baseball All-Star game is going to be in the Lone Star State.
Texas.
But,
Mhm.
well, yeah, it's going to be in Texas, but it's going to be in Arlington.
Oh,
In the champs' place.
Yeah, it's gonna be at Globe Life
retain that is.
Field.
It'll be
That should be
interesting. I'm not gonna
fun.
lie to you.
Hey,
But-
I'm in a good mood this weekend because Pacers beat the New York.
You're still there. You're still in the six. You're still in the six.
Well, the thing is,
six
you
thing.
shouldn't be a little too happy about it because we just know that Brooklyn's non-existent without, key pieces.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're not existent to
That's-
begin with. What do you mean?
Now, let me go ahead and run through
And,
some. Hold on. Let me go ahead and run through some scores real quick before we turn out the lights here. On the
Gonna be
court,
looking like-
on the court, the Heat are leading the Knicks 26-20. Somewhere here, kid is sad. This game is heading to halftime. It's almost heading to halftime. Scares me. Lakers leading the Raptors 61-52. The Wizards are leading the Bucks 56-54.
Huh? How?
Your guess is as good as mine. And the 76ers
Fair.
are leading the Thunder 25-22.
so
Oh,
Let me just say
25-24.
Yeah.
Before
That they
Jacob
just
closes
started
out
the
this-
second quarter. And just to head at the Rock in the second period, tied at 1.
Ooh.
Pacers don't have a game tonight. They do have a game tomorrow against the Nets.
Yep.
Let me
Oh,
go
it's
ahead
just
and-
heads up.
Cubs
yeah,
do have a
guys.
game at the moment, top of the second, against Colorado.
Let me go ahead and
I
run
mean,
through
to be honest with you,
some.
it's
That's me
pretty
the bottom
weird.
of the
You should be
second.
happy.
2-0 Cubs over
Oh,
Colorado.
hey Archie,
Yeah.
you just came in.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and run
No.
through some. Go ahead and run through some baseball scores real quick. Top of the sixth, Angels leading the Marlins 3-0.
Bottom 6 from my
Yeah.
end.
Bottom of the fifth, Rays are leading the Rangers 1-0. Brewers beat the Twins today 3-2. They're now 4-0 in the season. Also in the bottom of the sixth, the Royals are leading the Orioles 4-1. Bottom of the fifth, and you can catch this game on TBS. Phillies are leading the Reds 2-1. We got a rain situation going on in New York between the Tigers and the Mets. That game is in the rain delay.
I can just probably
yeah,
tell
I think
because
it's about
some
if I remember
games that are gonna be
correctly,
on
it's
tonight
the
are
Rays.
gonna be on the rain due to some weather that's coming in through the Midwest.
Could be wrong.
It's scoreless in the top of the
Which,
third
by the
between
way-
the Braves and the White Sox.
I do want to clarify
Um,
something that I didn't say during the weekend. When I heard that the Dodgers game was on a rain delay, it's like, this is and I saw this on TikTok. There's not been a Dodgers rain delay since 2015.
I swear, Cody, if you come out saying it never rains in Southern California, I swear.
I would never. I was saying, I saw that. I was like, that's Dodgers never get a rain delay? That's until 2015? Where currency?
You are saying they never rained in Southern California. Carter, get him.
No, I'm not. I said, no, I saw it on TikTok. I'm being true, honest.
We're in the bottom of the stack, and the Cubs are leading the Rockies 2-0.
No, here's the thing. Arthur. We're fine. We're fine here. It's just like southern portions of Indiana, Ohio are getting the tornadoes. I heard Evansville got hit. That's why I told you about this morning before I went to sleep. Evansville,
Anyways.
Indiana got hit with a tornado. I do hope those people are going to be okay. Save for Ohio, because I know they were under a high risk.
Well,
Can I have the camera spot
How's
on
like
me?
Florida? Why does it exist? Anyways, they're getting off track. Hold on.
Yeah,
We gotta wrap this up.
Spotlight on me first, sir. I do want to point up the radio from when the Purdue won over Tennessee. May I?
fine. Go ahead, Cody.
Gonna do it or
Yeah,
what?
I think he's looking for it.
No, I can barely hear it. That's the problem.
Yeah, just send it to me and I'll play it.
Comes over to the side and embraces Robbie Hummel, Purdue alum. And the emotions are evident. Tears in the stands. And Robbie, I include you in this. The emotions are evident for everybody who was a part of this program, and I see them on your face. You're the ultimate pro. You know what to do when we're on the air.
Yeah.
But this is one that Coach Painter was your coach.
No.
I mean, what does this mean to you?
I'm trying not to cry. And seeing Paul
You're failing
Lutz,
miserably.
I know the tears are coming down. It's just been so many opportunities, whether it's the way that my knee situation happened, where we had a team to go to the Final Four, but this is a long time coming. Matt Painter is one of the elite coaches in college basketball, and he deserves this, man. He recruits, he works hard. Man, I'm going to cry right now. I cannot believe that this has finally happened.
Oh, Purdue deserves it. I'm gonna put it that way to you.
The Boilermakers is with us courtside. One of the things, Coach Painter, thank you for coming over. One of the things that I see when I see the two of you shake hands is the emotion.
Yeah.
It's not just about this Purdue team. It's about guys who played at Purdue. You,
No doubt.
Robbie, everybody over the last 44
Okay,
years.
Carter, I think that we get it. We get it.
Everyone on that day, including myself,
Yeah.
was so elated that
dying.
for the first time in 44 years, Purdue is making it to the Final Four of March Madness. This has never happened in the 2000s. We've always came
That's true, but here's the
oh
thing.
so close.
Here's the thing. Can Purdue make it to the national championship for the first time since
We beat
how long,
Tennessee.
Brandon?
Nobody said
Since 1932.
Yeah, here's the thing. Nobody here thought that Purdue would beat Tennessee. Everybody thought
1932.
that Tennessee. Everybody thought here last week that Tennessee was going to
No one did.
Down.
That's a given.
Here's the thing. We're going to beat NC State.
Maybe so. Yeah. Why? Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
bold
yeah.
as fuck statement, but heck, we don't care.
Wow.
We're gonna,
Okay.
Our redemption tour is going to get 10
Yeah,
years.
you're definitely putting your cart in front of the horse, buddy. Let's see. Let's see. Because something in my mind tells me.
I'm going to wrap this up.
Let's wrap this up. Sorry about that.
Yeah, come on, let's wrap it up. Come on.
Yeah, now, first of all, like I said, congratulations to Purdue. Good luck Saturday against NC State. Do not take it for granted. That's all I got to say, because it's going to be a close one. We want to thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to our show this evening. Let me just point this out, first of all. Please join us on the 25th of this month, April the 25th, when we do our draft reaction special right here, April 25th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Join us on April 25th. Now, if you like what you see, first of all, subscribe to our channel, like the video, please share the video, and when you do subscribe to our channel, please hit the bell so that you will be notified whenever we stream. We thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. We're in the month of April, and things are heating up on the ice. Things are heating up on the court. Things are definitely heating up in the wrestling ring because we got WrestleMania this weekend. And
If it heats up on the ice, it's going to melt.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they're trying to get, Jason Kelsey to WrestleMania.
Next.
Let
Let's
me just
wrap it up now.
get through. As long as they don't have him whip
Take a
folks,
shirt off?
as long as they don't have them whip folks walking woman style, I think they'll be good.
I mean, let's be honest. He did have a
Moving on.
He did have a Campbell soup named after him.
Yeah, okay, that's fine enough. All right, Jacob, let's go ahead and take us home.
With pleasure. But yeah, they say the world of sports and entertainment has been somewhat nuts, to say the least. And I promise you this much: it's gonna be just as crazy to say at least once we get to next week because
I just had to look this up. Purdue hasn't won the national championship in basketball, which is crazy to believe.
yes, that's an understatement of the year. But
Hey, it could happen on Saturday.
We'll see.
we'll have to see what happens because, like we said, sports world is about to be downright insane because the NBA season is just about to wrap up. You're ready for the postseason. Same with the NHL. College basketball is about to wrap up their seasons for both the men and the women, men and the women this weekend with the Final Four taking place. Safe to say, you don't want to miss that. The MLB season's just opened up their curtains for their season. The NFL is just doing their insanity, and of course, spring football is in the air. And honestly, it's something you want to actually clamp an eyeball on because it's actually good. It's really good, honestly. You want to check that out, and you might want to take a look at it. And don't worry, we will be here to keep you up to date with that as well. And like Carter said, come join us on the 25th. For the draft special as we take a look at the insanity of the NFL draft and see who's going where and what wheels and what deals are going to be made on draft night. Trust me when I say this, as it always has been, draft night, it's always going to be crazy and we're going to love every minute of it. But that is only at the end of the month. We will see you guys next week for episode 120 of the VWU Sports Podcast, and that is every Tuesday or every other episode, every Tuesday, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, here on our YouTube channel. If you like what you see, like Carter said, please subscribe to the VWU Sports Podcast channel here on YouTube. Please share this video across all social media platforms, Facebook and Twitter. And if you do like this video, please like the video so that we can get some new fans to be recommended for upcoming videos. And if you want to be notified for when we go live, always do this and hit the bell. That when you will be notified when we go live on the air for our next episode. So until then, we got to be ready for this Saturday. That is the end of the NBA and NHL seasons. So we got to rest up and get ready. For until then, for everybody here, for myself, Carter, Brandon, Jose, and our sleeping Hoosier Cody, we thank you so much for tuning in to the show. We wish you good luck. We will see you. Good night, good luck, and we will see you guys next week for episode 120 of the VWU Sports Podcast. Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Take care, everybody.